Right, so hello, welcome back to the channel. Scotland are off to the Euros. And yeah, to say I'm excited, it's an understatement because John McGinn even said only our wee country can mess this up after getting 5 wins out of 5. And look, the game against Spain, I'm going to go into detail about it, but we dropped points against them and then you're thinking, oh God, because if Norway beat Spain, who knows what could happen then. But no, they didn't beat Spain. They lost to Spain last night and we are officially through to the Euros in Germany in the summer. Come on! And very quickly, a massive thank you to everyone because we've surpassed 250 subs, so that is monumental considering we were only at 200 the other day. So thank you so much for the support. If we could try and get to 300, you know, that would be mental as well. And if you could share the video around, that would really help out the channel as well. But let's get back into it. I just quickly want to touch as well on the Scotland-Spain game because, look, why on earth has McTominay's goal been ruled out? Why? I don't get it. And in the end, yes, it's not cost us qualification, but it could actually cost us pot 1. Because if we had beaten Spain, yes, we automatically qualified, but at the exact same time, we would have pretty much been guaranteed first spot, and we probably would have been in pot 1 for the seedings for the Euro tournament. So in the end, it probably has cost us because I don't think Spain are going to be caught now. But the McTominay goal, it's a beautiful free kick. But why has the referee gone over to the monitor to check for a potential foul? Alright, he doesn't see a foul, and then they just give offside. Something smells very fishy about that, as well as that this referee in 2015, he was under investigation for match fixing, and alongside that as well, Spain and Barcelona specifically, they are literally in a referee scandal at the minute for apparently having paid off refs in the past as well. So everything seems pretty fishy about that game and that goal getting ruled out. And it wasn't just the goal getting ruled out, there was tons of other dubious decisions that I wouldn't even bother getting into because yes, it doesn't really matter, it might have cost us pot 1, but we've qualified and look, we lost the game anyway. You know, they scored 2 goals, but because of that goal that got disallowed, it deflated us and, you know, it is what it is. As someone who has followed Scotland their entire life, I mean, I'm used to disappointment from qualification campaigns. The last campaign that we qualified for was the Euros, and we did get automatic qualification. We had to go through the playoffs, we had to get it through the Nations League, and it was great. I went to the Czechia game, it was brilliant, but at the same time, there's sort of that feeling of, okay, we just got in and we're a bit lucky to be here. We didn't show that, you know, we drew with England and whatnot, but there was that sense of feeling of, yeah, we got in and we just got over the line, but that is not the case this time because we've actually qualified with 2 games to spare. And we could have done it even sooner as well if results had gone our way. If Georgia, who nearly scored in the last minute against Norway about a month or so ago on match day 5 or 6, that would have seen us get automatically qualified as well. So we could have done it a bit earlier, and it's just mental to think because I remember for the 2018 World Cup campaign, and it was just, I'm pretty sure we were one of the first teams out. So who would have foreseen this? And not even just the 2018 World Cup campaign, because I remember the 07 campaign to try and get into Euro 2008, and we beat France, we beat them home and away, and it was against the smaller teams that cost us, but a big decision that went against us. Chiellini fouls Alan Hutton, and the ref gives a free kick to Italy. Italy scored, they beat us, and we're effectively out of the Euros, and it was... I cannot explain to you how upset I was at that. That was my first big real disappointment watching Scotland. Then it came after again and again and again and again and again. But no more. I mean, this is the first time we've had back-to-back qualifications for tournaments since the 92-96 Euros, and the first time that we've had automatic qualification since the 98 World Cup. So it feels good. Times are changing. When I was younger, I would watch players like Darren Fletcher, James McFadden and Craig Gordon, and realistically they were the only good players when I was growing up, and they're all still good players. Craig Gordon's still even around, coming back after that double leg break, and you just look at the squad nowadays and it trumps it completely. You've got stars all over the pitch. A lot of people look at Andy Robertson as the first one. He's of course the Scotland captain, and as well as that, he's the most accomplished player by a country mile. He's one of the best left backs of this generation. All around the world is what I'm talking about there, and he's won everything there is to win in English football. Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Community Shield, he's won it all, Club World Cup. But it's not just him. You've got Tierney, who's at Arsenal, now on loan at Sociedad. John McGinn's captain of Aston Villa. Scott McTominay is a Man United player. I mean, Billy Gilmore is playing with Brighton, Europa Conference League. It's stars galore all over the pitch. And that's not even mentioning the young players, because we've got Aaron Hickey and Patterson at right wing back, who are the two Scotland regulars. Then I was at the under-21 game against Hungary that had just gone on the other day in Glasgow, and Ben Doak, he's a star. Ben Doak is a star, man. And alongside that, there's plenty of other great players. Morrison at the back. He's at Bayern Munich, yes, on loan at Wigan, but he's still a Bayern Munich player. This future looks so bright for us. And to the Steve Clarke doubters, where are you? Because I cannot see you, because this man, it's unbelievable what he's did. And make no mistake about it, all the success that Scotland have, it's down to him, because he transformed this team single-handedly. It is all down to him, because he somehow was able to fit in Robertson and Tierney, which was the biggest question at the time. He tried playing a 4-back, works in the 5-back, and he brings in great players who have great ability, and he gets the best out of them. As I said about Scott McTominay, Man United don't seem to know how to use him. They bring him on and he gets 2 goals, and then the fans just aren't impressed by him. But Steve Clarke knows how to use him, and he is incredible. Same with the likes of John McGinn and so forth. This man, the average attendance was about 23k at Hampden Park before he came along. Now we're pushing up to 50 on average. This qualification campaign as well, it's been unbelievable. I mean, you start off with a quite dodgy victory over Cyprus. I mean, yeah, they never looked like they were going to score, but we struggled to score and got 2 late goals against them to win 3-0. It looks a lot more comfortable than what it was. Then, that game against Spain, McTominay scoring a brace, Tierney playing brilliant, Rodri's tears, which then happened to affect the Georgia game, because it was flooded everywhere. The game was almost abandoned after McGregor put us 1-0 up. The Georgian players were refusing to come out. And then we went over to Oslo and we beat Haaland. And yeah, he scored, but they took him off for some reason. And then we had about 101 seconds until we had a complete turnaround, losing 1-0. Then Dykes, Kenny McLean of all people, goes and scores the winner. And that game is so crucial, because without that one, we're still battling at this minute. Then, of course, we go on. We do the job in Cyprus, beat them. Yes, I've mentioned the other Spain game, but now we've qualified. And it's monumental. You've also seen the title of this. I'm sticking to it. Scotland are going to win the Euros. Why not? Yeah, you might call me deluded, and you know what? Maybe I am. Who knows? But at the same time, I bet you weren't expecting Greece to win the Euros in 04. I bet you weren't expecting Denmark to win the Euros in 92. They didn't even qualify and they still won it. That's how unbelievable that was. And then, even last Euros, I bet no one was picking Italy to win that. But guess what? They all did. And everyone loves an underdog story. Because Steve Clarke, he's made this squad actually feel like a squad, not a bunch of individuals like I know a lot of other countries are. This feels like a cohesive unit, and they work on all cylinders. Now, there's 3 teams that I'm worried about. But first of all, Italy, Holland, Spain. I don't think any of them will win it at all, because I don't see any great teams there. Italy still don't look great, even though they did win the last Euros. Spain, this is the worst Spanish team I've ever seen. I don't care that they beat us 2-0. I think we got robbed over there. Then this Dutch team, it's so inconsistent and weirdly built that I just have no faith in them. You have outsiders. I mean, Croatia are always a good bet. Hungary, Switzerland, Albania, but I don't see any of them pushing. The only 3 teams I think Scotland should be worried for are England, France, Portugal. We'll start off with England. England have immense talent. They've got about 50 million, 100 million pound players. It's ridiculous. They've got a great squad. but they've not got a great manager. And I will stick by that. There's not one Gareth Southgate result that he's had in his tenure in a competitive fixture that I'm like, oh yeah, that was a really good result. You might even say the Germany result last Euros. Really? I mean, that's not a great German side. I'm also putting Germany in that Holland, Spain, Italy bracket. I mean, the team's fine. They've got a good manager in Nagelsmann, but there's no unity in the team, and they don't have a proper system yet. They don't have that striker. Who knows what's going to happen in goals with Neuer if he comes back? Are they going to keep their stake? It's all a bit of a mess for them at the minute as well. But they do have home field advantage. Portugal, they've got great individuals, but are they really a team? Because you've got the likes of Diaz, Bernardo Silva, Leao, they're all tearing it up. They're great players. Cancelo's become a bit in recent times, and then you've got the boys who've gone over to the Saudi League, the likes of Ruben Neves and Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not ruling Cristiano Ronaldo out whatsoever, and you know what? That's why I'm saying they can win it, because they've got a player like him, even at the age of 37, 38, and yeah, they are a bit of a worry, but can they combine to be a great team? Then finally, France. I mean, Scotland are playing France on Tuesday, and I'm very worried for that game because I still think France are probably the best team in the world. I know they lost the World Cup final to Argentina, who, yes, should be, but Argentina, they won the World Cup because of Messi, and Messi's brilliance, and maybe a bit of Alvarez as well, but the rest of the team weren't brilliant. And this France side, it's got Mbappe, it's got great balance, Griezmann works as a great complementary player, they're great all over the field. They should definitely be one of the favourites. And overall, if Scotland get a nice draw, get out the group stage, which is something that, to be fair, we've never done in any tournament. But if we can get to the knockout stages somehow and get a bit of a favourable tie or two, get to a semi-final maybe, I think we could sneak the Euros. Maybe. But yeah, I'm just on cloud 9 at the minute. I mean, we qualified. We actually did it. We did it. I mean, a bit delusional. Maybe, who knows. But it's better to be a bit of a dreamer, eh? As well as that, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And how good are this Scotland team? How far can they go? And who do you think will win the Euros? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out more. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support on the channel recently. And yeah, cheers.